Christopher.
Music.
So today we are going to Scream because new movie came out, new sequel came out, Scream 7, and then I didn't get to watch it. I was surprised I didn't see the spoiler. I want to do one, which is Matt Lillard. I've been hearing Matt Lillard coming there, and I Dewey as well, and then Roman as well. And there's one surprise I did not see. I'm not gonna say who, because what if you guys didn't hear that or nothing, but it doesn't matter. But I'm not gonna say who. That one surprised me. I'm glad that I seen all of them. Like the spoiler, what ended and not what could happen, what end, who ended the movie. That's the spoiler I only have. I remember some other people got spoiled by some fucking lunatic go on social media. That's why I go away from social media. Here's fun fact for y'all. I was just my TikTok, right? Because I edited my screen because I was so excited but popular for the movie today. And then fucking someone said the killer, right? I'm not gonna say who. Someone watching it. It just came out. I need to share. Everyone needs to share. It's just me as well. Not everybody will be sure like me. Because I'm a movie lover. I'm a movie freak. I will not support anybody unless they don't give a fuck. Then I'll spoil. You know, they're not very interested. I'm gonna spoil. How about that? You're not gonna watch it. I'm gonna spoil. If you wait a little bit too long, then somebody has to spoil it. You know, it makes sense. Back in the day, they done that. They hold it for too long, or whatever. Enormously, but nowadays, like, oh my god, like it's crazy. Like I hate social media. So yeah, I gotta take a break. The fact that I outsmart that person, because that person said the killer, right? I said, you're correct, but I seen it. I see the movie, so you can't spoil me. And that person, right? Delete the comment. Because I said, because I brought that person. I think it's him. I took a profile, very suspicious. I'm like, this person would like to ruin somebody's life. But I'm so smart. I don't go on social media much. Okay? So, and that's the reason why I don't go on social media much, because the movie, people just like to talk shit. Someone to hate. Someone to lose your ass people. And that's why I like doing the channel, because I'm going to do all the retro shit. But positive activity, okay, in this channel. No more hate, no more nothing, no more talk about Gen Z. I don't give a fuck. I don't have time for that, okay? I've been observing Gen Z area. I don't like to be in that generation. See, I'm in the 90s shirt. Back in the 90s, because this is the 90s when this comes to Scream, okay? It's a Scream baby. It's the 90s baby. It came out the 90s. It makes sense, you know? I don't have a ghost face, but kind of like ghost face a little bit. Black and white? No? Okay. Enough of me talking, yapping about Scream right now. I actually enjoy it. I love the soundtrack. Way better than the Scream 6. The soundtrack for sure. But the killer reveal. They should have. I know, but then I can't say that. I can't say that because then people should be like, what are you talking about? Can't say too much about it, but it's pretty good. The killer reveal. Why I get it? I understand. I should know better because I know how obsessed Van could be. If you read Jimmy's book, it makes sense. It makes sense. They should tap on that shit. You talk about, oh, this is creepy, definitely creepy. You watch it a lot. And that's what I like about this movie. It's a little bit different. I was about to say it's a little bit different, and you understand why I'm saying that. But other than that, today I got this today. Yes, this is my first official popcorn bucket. If I had just a kid, I'd be screaming. If I had like a popcorn bucket, like all these type of shit in the movie, I'd be my in the shower would be screaming with it. Okay, it's not that bad, not pretty expensive. The only thing expensive is to get a fucking popcorn bucket in the fucking cup. I know it costs like $50 for that shit. I'm gonna get the cup for sure, but I can't. I don't have enough money for it. I'm on a budget, so I got this instead. I love it. I really love this one. I want to reuse it for the next movie. You know, a scary movie. I do that for a scary movie. I want that. Give me that to be a fucked up pop up for scary movie. It'd be weird. It'd be pretty funny now. I don't know, everything. I'm cold because I was hot earlier. It was so hot that day. My room was so cold because I was wearing a costume, a Ghostface costume. Oh my god, I was fucking hot. It was nice out. I wore a long sleeve because the stand on me every time I move, you see my skin. I'm like, I don't want that. So I got the black long sleeve to cover my skin right here because it moved a little bit on my costume. So yeah, and that I enjoy it. It was good. I'm glad I got this. It's so cool. I was in Bloodflow by itself. I know that would cost more, you know. But yeah, this is so cool. So I'll put it right here. You can stay right here and watch me as well. So yeah, let's watch this video before I gab more about it.
But he lived to see another day, and since then he's been lurking in the shadows. His time to get his revenge. And the upcoming Scream 7 may just reveal that he's been pulling the strings as the truth master this whole time.
I can say that.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that just loves to watch you scream. You know what the scariest thing of all is? An unclicked subscribe button. Quick, click it, or it's going to destroy us all. So today we are finally covering another classic horror franchise. Yeah. One that I was really surprised to find that we'd never covered here on the channel. One of the most iconic series in all of cinema. It's not that long, masked villain you've absolutely seen before. And what is it?
It's a Scream, baby.
Yeah, today we're taking an overdue dive into Scream. If you don't know, it's described how big of a deal Scream was when the first movie came out back in '96. I know a lot of you weren't alive back then. I was just a wee lad of 3 years old myself. But Scream not only revived the slasher genre, everyone thought that type of horror was dead, but also provided the default Halloween costume for kids to wear for decades to come. Scream also had a stacked cast in either their earliest film roles or surprise appearances. For real, there were some iconic actors on this roster. But for our purposes today, the name we want to focus on is Matthew Lillard, who you'll remember as either the best Shaggy, don't at me, or Mr. Purple himself. William Purple guy's got a history in horror, man. Let me set the scene for you in case it's a while since you've seen the original Scream, or, you know, you weren't alive yet. Oh god, I'm so old. In the original movie, our intrepid hero Sydney and her teenage friends are being terrorized by a mysterious masked murderer known as Ghostface. You get it? Because he has the mask that was the face of a ghost. Yeah, okay. Eventually, in the movie's big fun twist, it's revealed that there isn't just one his boyfriend, Billy, and the second is Billy's best friend, Stu, played by Mr. Always Comes Back, Matthew Lillard. Throughout the film, Billy and Stu go on a murderous rampage, killing around 5 people before their killing spree comes to an end. Billy is shot in the head, and Stu is electrocuted after Sydney drops a CRT TV on his head, bringing Ghostface's reign of terror to an end. Well, at least until the sequel, and the one after that, 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 and the TV show, all the way up until the new movie coming out this year. It's classic horror movie stuff, but there is a bit of a lingering question coming out of it. And I think letting Lillard ask it himself is the best thing here.
Listen, Stu is definitely alive, right? Yeah. My character, Stu, is definitely alive.
Is Stu alive? A question furthered by the fact that Lillard is returning for Scream 7 next year. See, while Billy getting his mind blown is a pretty cut and dry death, Stu's execution via electrocution does cause me to squint a little bit. While his death is pretty iconic horror movie fare, if we look at it from a real perspective, if we apply real-world science and physics here, not only is there a strong case to be made that Stu could have survived his tango with the television, but there's a surprising amount of evidence hidden throughout the franchise suggesting he did. And that right there, my friends, opens the door for the character's return in Scream 7, biding his time, waiting for his moment to strike.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that Stu is back because he always comes back. I'm sorry I had to. We are contractually obligated to make FNAF jokes on this channel. And he may very well be the secret mastermind behind the entire Scream franchise. So today, loyal theorists, you're getting a 2-in-1. A mini-theory mashup explaining to you how Stu should have survived his death in the original film, and laying out how he will return as the big bad in the new Scream movie months before it comes out. So get your masks and draw your blades, loyal theorists, as we figure out what's up with the original Ghostface Killer. All right, first up, we need to address the television-shaped elephant in the room. Obviously, during the third act climax of the very first Scream movie, Sidney pushes an old-school CRT TV onto Stu's face. If you're too young, basically, CRT TVs are those massive box TVs you've probably seen at your grandparents' house or at, like, Smash Brothers tournaments. Basically, the only two markets left for the things. Anyway, the television falls onto Stu's face and sparks to go. I mean, these old school CRT TVs were no joke. They'd often have a voltage of anywhere between 24 and 32,000 volts, well above what's considered lethal for humans. Just so you get an idea there, above 11,000 volts is considered absolutely lethal. But even something as small as 2,400 volts could be too. And what's worse is that these televisions could even retain a lot of that voltage long after they were unplugged. So even if the TV magically became unplugged while falling to hit Stu, that wouldn't save him. But do you know what would have saved him? The glass. See, between those high voltages, CRTs also contained dangerous metals, vacuum tubes, and could even give off low levels of X-ray radiation. These classic CRTs were dangerous on the inside, and the people who made and designed these things understood that. That means that in order for these bad boys to wind up in every living room across the country, they were packaged with some crazy safety measures. And one of those things was the glass. To protect against the threat of electrocution, the glass and the casing for these TVs were designed to insulate the electrical components from the outside. That's why you can go touch a CRT screen and not get electrocuted. Well, at least nothing more than a shock from static electricity. I actually wanted to debunk entirely that a television falling over like we see here in Scream would create such a violent reaction from the electricity within it, and we just couldn't, because we can't account for all the variables of the television and how old it is and the wear and tear it might have and the malfunctions of the components going on inside. But either way, Stu would have been protected from whatever's happening in here with the electronics, with all the sparks flying everywhere, even if that did happen. But wait, I hear you saying, what if the screen broke and Stu's head was literally inside of the TV? And hey, that's a great question, but that wouldn't have happened either. The glass used in CRT televisions was actually made with metals like lead, barium, and strontium in order to block the aforementioned radiation, and that also had the side effect of making the glass significantly stronger. Believe me, it's not easy to crack this glass and get to the electrical insides, even if you're trying. I mean, just look at this video of someone going to town on a CRT with an aluminum baseball bat. It hurts this dude's hand and bends the bat before actually damaging the television at all. Now compare that to the absolutely tiny fall from the film, and the idea of the glass shattering and Stu getting electrocuted by whatever's malfunctioning inside is just unlikely. Personal story on this, but I actually used to have a CRT in my bedroom when I was a teenager. It was a hand-me-down from my mom. It's what I played all my old school Nintendo games on. It served me well all the way up until the Xbox 360. Anyway, I had it sort of precariously perched on the edge of this display stand, and one day it tipped over, fell a solid foot or two, and face planted on the hardwood floor. Not unlike what we see here with Stu, actually. But the TV had zero cushioning for this fall. I was terrified it was going to be broken because I couldn't afford another TV at the time. When I got it all set back up, it was actually mostly fine. The screen was mostly intact. It turned on, everything worked. The only thing off was a bit of color distortion at the edge of the screen, close to where it first made contact with the floor. The fact is, there's just little possibility that the TV would have been cracked or damaged enough for Stu to be electrocuted. In fact, the thing he probably would have needed to worry about more was the weight of these things. Thanks to those thick screens, CRTs similar to what we see here in Scream would have weighed somewhere between 50 and 150 pounds. Trust me, having hauled a few of these things to friends' houses to play video games, that is an accurate number. If that got dropped on your head with no warning, that could seriously damage you, give you a concussion, or could potentially crack or crush your skull. So then, Stu should be dead? Well, no. Rewatch the scene. Stu was prepared. Not only did he get off a good, scream before the television lands on him, but if you slow down the scene frame by frame, look closely and you'll see that Stu managed to get his hands up to block the TV happened to someone in real life, he might have broken some bones, maybe broken his nose.
Yeah.
He might have been knocked unconscious, but he almost certainly would have survived. So, okay, if Stu didn't die here, that means that there's still a Ghostface killer somewhere out there, lurking in the background, doesn't it? And yeah, it does. And we actually see plenty of places where Stu pops up in series after his alleged death, if you're eagle-eyed and beagle-eared enough to notice. In Scream 2, it's been confirmed that this party-goer here in the background was, in fact, played by Matthew Lillard, a little Stu cameo for anyone paying attention. And in Scream 5, listen carefully to one of the characters here in the background of this party. Recognize that voice? Let's play it again. Yep, that's Lillard. Oh, and by the way, this cool house that he mentions, guess who used to live there? If you guess Stu, 1,500 points to you, my friend. Were these just fun little uncredited cameos and Easter eggs meant fan service for hardcore screamers? Absolutely. But this is film theory. We thrive on taking this stuff to the logical extreme. And if you keep pulling on this thread, if we take a good, long, hard look in the mirror, well, you'll find that the ghost face looking back at you might not only be back to cause chaos in Scream 7, but he could very well be the mastermind behind most of the murder in the whole series. See, after Stu and Billy's untimely demise at the end of the first film, that wasn't the end of the Ghostface killer, clearly. I mean, the movie was a success. They had to keep making sequels. But in each of these subsequent movies, it was a new person, or persons, under the iconic mask, carrying out some new murderous scheme. But the catch here was that the killers, regardless of their motivations or means of murder, basically all of them had some special connection to one person in particular, Sidney, the protagonist of the first movie and the prototypical girl who lived. Obviously, there's Sidney's boyfriend Billy from the first film, but also in Scream 2, the role of Ghostface is taken over by Billy's mother. In the third film, Roman is Sidney's long-lost half-brother given up for adoption. Jill from Scream 4 was Sidney's cousin, and in Scream 5, Richie is dating Billy's daughter Sam. The only Ghostface who didn't have a direct connection to Sidney was from Scream 6, which also happened to be the only Scream movie Sidney wasn't in. It would appear that someone out there has a grudge against Sidney, and I wonder who that could be. Oh, and also just real quick, even though Sam was the protagonist of Scream 5, there's still a world where it makes sense where Stu would also want to hurt her. In Scream 3, we learned that Billy's original plan was to pin the whole thing on Stu. Imagine the rage Stu must have felt when he heard about that. But since Billy died, he couldn't get revenge on him. But the next best thing, his daughter, someone also stalked by the Ghostface killer. But the thing that really makes this all make sense, what ties all of these strange cameos and why all of these characters seem to be out for blood against Sidney and Sam, the puzzle piece that has everything in this web connect back to Stu? Well, Scream 7 wasn't the first time the filmmakers considered bringing Stu back for the series. In fact, it's an idea that the Scream franchise creator Kevin Williamson has had on the top of his mind for decades. All the way back in the late 2000s, Matthew Lillard confirmed that he was originally meant to reprise his role as Stu for Scream 3. This movie was going to see Stu surviving getting up close and personal with the TV and serving time in prison, you know, for all the murders he did in the first film. But he wasn't just rotting behind bars. No, instead, he was pulling the strings from his prison cell, directing a few teenagers who were part of a weird Ghostface fan club cult to get revenge on Sidney for ruining his fun and destroying his life. Unfortunately, just
the one who
fucking ad. Yeah, I remember on Scream 6. It gave me like cult vibe, especially the intro. Everybody can be Ghostface, even if you're a fan of it. Huh? Add a new blog. Let me add.
weeks before filming was set to begin, a real-world tragedy completely changed the trajectory of this film. On April 20th, 1999, two teenagers entered a high school in Columbine, Colorado, and ended up taking the lives of 13 students and one teacher. This tragedy was one of the deadliest mass shootings in American history up until that point, with many in the public pointing to violent media like movies and video games for influencing the teenagers to carry out the act. Out of respect for the victims, Williamson scrapped the script for Scream 3, and another writer came in to overhaul the plot. And because of this, Stu's return to the world of horror was completely removed. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the story disappeared from the minds of its creators. See, while Williamson did go on to write and produce Scream 4, he hasn't really had much to do with the day-to-day creation of the series since then. He was an executive producer on both 2022's Scream and Scream 6. An executive producer basically just gives a thumbs up to a project and gets paid for it. And he wrote the pilot episode for the Scream TV series that apparently existed before it went on to have 3 seasons run by somebody else. The upcoming Scream 7 is the first movie Williamson has had a direct creative hand in decades. In fact, he's the director of this new movie. Scream 7 also had a lot of troubles in its production. Basically, its entire cast were either fired or left the project early on, requiring a complete rewrite very quickly. So this is how I see things playing out. We know that theoretically, Stu should have survived the television hitting his head. We know that Williamson also thinks that this should have happened and that he wanted this plot to happen before. So there is very much a world where Williamson came onto this project, collaborated with writers for the new movie, and put together a new story very fast. And what better way to do that than picking up an abandoned storyline and finally letting it pay off? Finally letting Stu return after stewing in his hatred for years to enact his revenge against those that he believes wronged him. And hell, he might even be pulling the strings from prison, just like we know he was going to in that original plot for Scream 3. And now, with Scream 7, he can take matters into his own hands, put the mask back on, and reclaim his title as the original Ghostface Killer, finally bringing the franchise and his character full circle, and most importantly, fulfilling Stu's promise from the very first Scream movie.
I'll be right back!
But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And cut! Up next on Film Theory, 28 years later is...
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I enjoy it. I did enjoy the movie though, but they need to work on a little bit more. Just saying, they need to look on a little bit more. Like Scream 8, if I see the trailer, it is the same thing. It looks so boring. I might not go see the movie theater because what the fuck are you doing in this Scream? Do something better with the killer reveal. It's getting shittier and shittier a little bit. Just a little bit. You know? Come on, people see the obvious. I see the pattern. So y'all need to get your shit together on the Scream 8, okay? I need to be very judgy on the trailer. I can't be that deluded about Stu. It had to be connected to Stu. It had to. They did connect with Billy. Maybe next time, but because even if Stu is not live, make it like connection. Just like Billy Loomis. Why could not be Stu? What the fuck is his connection? They got Randy. They got motherfucking Cindy, of course. Get all family. What about Stu? People, y'all should check about and make it like listen to fan, listen to theory. They're way smarter than y'all fucking film cash grab motherfucker. Because I love making movies. I've been doing this since I was like fucking a teenager. My old channel got taken away because fuck YouTube. Like this is my new channel. But I've been doing this since I was a teenager. It's probably like 10 years old, maybe 5. I've been loving the camera, loving movies, loving everything. I was a huge movie lover. I know what the movie are. I know what they work for. I know what they're doing because I watch a lot of documentary as well. I study a lot, especially when I was like 16. I studied more and more as I got older because I'm very interested. I want this in my life. This is my career. So I've been doing this for about a whole lot of years. I've been doing way before college, way before fucking school class. They have that shit. I've been doing this way before that shit. Before I even started high school and college, because of this movie, I love creating a lot. I do, especially for the horror movie, especially like a fucked up twist movie that happened in real life. You know, that's why we love Scream so much. It's very realistic. No more fucking stupid strength. No more fucking like Frankenstein or fucking Jason and Michael Myers who've been through that shit. That's why everybody loves Scream, because it's very more human like us. Everybody can be killer. Everybody can be a little bit crazy sometimes. Y'all go a little mad, just like Psycho. If y'all never seen Psycho, what y'all doing? Go rewatch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. I'm gonna rewatch it. Why not you watch it? I have DVD. So that's why any people who reference the horror, it's like human because they reference the horror movie in the movie, and here we all reference it too. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I give them that. That's pretty genius. But you're talking about Stab. And we actually, it's still like they're talking Stab, and we're talking Scream to them. And we're talking Stab. You see, it's pretty funny. I like the joke, kind of. It's pretty genius. I like it. So yeah, other than that, like my new theory is gonna be, what somebody has to be connected to. Either working with them, I don't care if they're alive or not. I don't give a fuck. As long as it's connected to Stu, because I want that story. Please, okay? Scream 7, you can shit on me all you want about Stu, but right now, I'm not following that bullshit. Then he's stumping the connection with Stu. Arguing with the wall at this point, okay? So yeah, hopefully Scream 8 will be a little bit better. I'm not saying it'll be too much, but I'm saying a little bit. It had to be, come on, especially only the kill review. That part need to work on. That's it. See, I enjoy it, but the killer part got me like mixed review. I completely understand why they mixed review. Now I understand why. I'm glad to get spoiled because I'm very outsmart. Even that person deleted the fucking comment because how embarrassed you are. Whoever did that comment, yeah. I'm way scared of having social media. I know how social media are. I know how y'all fucking doing. Like, I'm a 2000 kid. I grew up with social media. I know how y'all people are with fucking spoiling and shit. Like, y'all been doing this in 2016 or something like that? I remember Jim Shaw fucking spoiling it. I didn't know. I didn't follow him. I didn't follow that motherfucker. That's because I don't like people on social media. I follow specific people who really respect and do the warning. And you see other YouTubers like fucking James Shaw and whoever, like spoil the movie. Oh, like was retreated while watching the fucking movie. Like, without no phone, social media, I'd be so happy. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'd be so happy about them. They should make it social media. They did this little social media on the Scream 7. They did a little social media, not too much, but they did. Of course, the technology and stuff. I know them do that as well. But they should do a social media influence. They did it on Scream 5, kind of. They did kind of like a fan killer. They did do that on Scream 5, which I like that. I like that a little bit more now. Just how I watch Scream 7, I'm like, okay, I got more love. Now it's lagging. I got more love now. I understand a little bit more. So, yeah. So, this theory should be legit. Not because I don't care if he's alive or dead at this point. I just want a little connection with Stu. Because there's something hiding. They're hiding something. That little clue will affect it, spread it. The man say, I understand, you know. We like clues. We like family connection all fucked up. That's why I like Scream 6 as well. All the family fucked up. They'll do it. They did it for his son. They did it for his brother. Because they have a sibling. He has a sibling. I like that. I actually like it. I'm like, it can't be happening like that in real life. The parent will do anything for the children. It makes totally fucking sense. That director part, I got that wrong. I did suspect that girl because I couldn't guess anything. It had to be her. You know, I did get Ethan. I said, this motherfucker is suspicious. As a nice guy, I already got tricked by a nice guy with Richie. So I'm not gonna fell for Ethan, bitch. That's why I said it's fucking Ethan. Because you might be kind of Richie. You ain't so far with that. The detective part, I like Scream 6 so much. Like, oh my god. The break rule, like, I'm gonna fuck you with it a little bit, you know, do some of the shame. Scream 7, they did a little shame. I'll admit, they did change it. The killer reviews could usually you be the right way. I didn't get any right. I did have a little suspicion on that character. I'm like, makes sense. That makes a lot of sense now. I should have known better. But I did not expect that. If y'all watch the movie, you will understand where I'm going with it. Because mostly, I can't say too much. Then people be like, okay, don't give me that. Then I should focus on that. Because I'm going to help you guys more. No, I don't want to do that. I want y'all to be surprised like I was, okay? Because I enjoy it. Because there's people out there cancel the ticket. I heard a story. Someone got canceled a ticket because they got spoiled by social media. And here's me, don't go on social media that much. Especially if I'm going to see a new Scream. Especially if I'm going to see a movie in genre Scream. Movie in general. Like back then a little bit. they used to have spoiled, but not like spoiled nowadays. Nowadays, y'all cook. I'm not even addicted to social media, okay? Because I'm really smart. I can outplay them. That's why these fucking comments to lead them because of how fucking stupid you are. Like, I'm older than you guys. I think these comments are way younger than me. Oh, this is cute. Like, dude, I'm really smart. I know how social media are. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, you know? Don't scare me. I'm smart. I can control social media. I'm like, I know we can spoil it. Don't come on social media that much. I can go watch TV. I can watch other YouTubers. I can go to YouTube channel and watch them funny video to get me distracted and work. Y'all gotta do it too. If y'all got spoiled, that's your all damn fault. But anyway, hope you don't end this video right now. I just want to do a little longer because that video is short. I just want to talk about Scream 7. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, maybe next time we do something a little fun. Well, I'm gonna do a more music review. I'm about to say video review. What the fuck? No, music review. I'm gonna do that next, which is gonna be Rob Zombie. That's my next review. I didn't see the new album. I heard a little song about it here and there. I didn't listen fully on social media. I'm gonna hear it here on my For You page of Rob Zombie and Instagram and YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna react to that. The Great Satan. That's the album review, the new album. I love Rob Zombie. He's a huge fan. I hope you guys can see him in the concert. I gotta record that shit. I didn't record movie theater because I was in a hurry. You know, we're in a hurry in the movie theater. I couldn't record much, but at least I got the popcorn bucket to show you guys. And that's about it. And I did post. Well, I just put the popcorn bucket. That's about it. So, and you guys see anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next video. Peace.